Hey guys, welcome back to my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel where, let's just say it's been a climb getting to this specific point. Went to go and start recording, spilt my tea everywhere. Great, tidied up, got myself sorted, started recording, started talking, started demonstrating, got about 20 minutes in, realised not only had I not hit the unmute button, but I hadn't hit record. Great. So this will be part started. So I've not actually missed much at all. What I'm doing to start with is quite repetitive, so I can finish off what I'm going to be doing. So you'll still get the gist of it. So let's start from scratch. I am, if you're watching this in the time period of me posting this, I am going to be launching our brand new Nature Garden Flora and Fauna collection on Hobby Maker on Sunday the 16th. Now I'm going to be on at 11 AM on Craft O'Clock, so that's Hobby Maker's Facebook page, and then I'm going to be on at 2 o'clock with kind of like the official Hobby Maker launch on their main channel. Then going to be on at 4 o'clock and then also 8 o'clock. That's with some cracking Crafter's Companion wrap up birthday deals, wrapping up of course Hobby Maker's 3rd birthday. So I thought let's do a tutorial, we will do a card, and then we will do a gift bag as well to go with the card. So let's just go pretty much right back to the beginning. I'm going to kind of skip a couple of things I've done in the last video, although a couple of things that wasn't really needed to be shown, but what we will do is let's show the collection. So we're going to be going in, as I said, with the Flora and Fauna collection. Now within the Flora and Fauna collection you do have your ladybug hugs. Now you guys stateside call it ladybugs, we call it ladybirds. We've then also got our small things, cute little ladybird die, might use that actually. And then we've also got our Flora and Fauna bugs, so this one got that really cool bumblebee that we're going to be using that. We've then also got our 24 sheets of 250 GSM linen card, 6 colours, 4 of each. We've then also got our beautiful 12 by 12 Flora and Fauna pattern papers here. So the Flora of course from that floral design, Fauna from playing an extract the word from animals or insect bugs, which is what we've got within here, full of the bumblebees and the ladybirds. So you've got your 36 sheets, 180 GSM, double-sided. You've got the beautiful 5x7 Sweet Flora 3D embossing folder. Lady Luck Ladybird edgeable die. You've got 5.5 by 5.5 Sweet Flora 3D embossing folder. You've got Fly High Bumblebee stamp and die. And then you've also got your 36 sheets Flora and Fauna 6x6 180 GSM pattern papers, exactly the same as the actual 12 by 12. And then what we've also got, which we started to use, is your Flora and Fauna rub-on. So 6x6 foil transfers, 12 foil sheets and 12 transfer sheets. The foils are like a rose gold and a gold. So where did I get to? I'm going to be doing a DL card, but I'm going to do it as a tentfold DL card here. And then what I've taken is I've taken a piece of our white cardstock. I've cut it to 3.5 by 7.5 inches. And then what I've done, and I've taken one of the transfoil sheets and I've roughly cut it up, and I'm just starting to create my own background on the white cardstock. So some of them I'm cutting out individually, some of them I'm just putting in kind of like clusters, like that one there would fit. What I'm going to do to save waste, if there's going to be too much hanging over the edge, although I can trim off and place it somewhere else, just to save wasting and potentially damaging it, I'm just chopping them off, and then I'm going to position. So let me get as close to that back image as I can. So I'm going to then take a bone folder, ice lolly stick, popsicle stick, run it through your Gemini if you want, just to add that pressure. But what's great about our ones, not only are they beautifully designed, but the actual rub on don't need to press hard whatsoever. So let's prise that one off. I've got teeny little, let's go into this bit here, little overhang of the teeniest little bit of leaf. Now I don't want to waste that. And it's just the base of the leaf, so let's look as though it's coming off our cardstock. So you can see where we're going so far, creating our background. Now what I'm also going to do is there's a little leaf. So let me infill into there. And then let's peel that one off. Like so. And then let's go in, let's chop that one off. And then let's also infill here. I'm going to be careful here. I'm going to chop that one off now. Take that strand of card. And then that one, that excess can actually come into there. And for me it's the same as stamping, and that is always remember to stamp off your page, and that goes for your rub-ons as well. Remember and position your rub-ons off the page. It's just more organic and natural. Let's go in with this flower here. And it's not as if a lot of this will be covered. It won't be. You will be seeing this. Although it's a background, I'm not really putting anything over the top. So there's that one. I've got a little bit of an overhang here, and it's ever so little and subtle, but still, once we pop the foil on, it'll look good. Right, let's then, there's a leaf here. So what might come in that way. There we go. Go into there. And I'm left with one large flower petal, but it really is quite large, that I don't want. So let's see. A little small, couple of small ones there that I can cut into. Here we go. So if I take, careful not to stick anything to it, I take that one, and then there's a little flower petal which can go in there. Bear with me while I close my blinds. Nice that it's bright, however makes it harder for you guys to see at times. Now I've got that great big light glare going all the way across, so apologies for that one. So let's put that little petal in there. Let's lift off, and I've got a couple in here. And the reason as well I wanted to kind of do this background is because I know people get daunted by the rub-ons, and I think if you do this, because you're doing quite a few of the backgrounds, you'll start to build your confidence with using them, because they really are easy, as long as you don't stick your hand or fluffy jumper or something in them. and you'll be fine. You know what, I think I'm going to leave it like that. God, that is really bright, isn't it? All the lights are on. So you can see, there we go, there we are. We've got the rub on there. So let's go in with our foils. So let's take the foils, and then what I'm going to do is to try and make it easier for myself. I'm going to do it this way. So that little section, that middle section will be gold, and then these two we will do in that coppery tone. You can, if you want to, just do little sections. I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to lightly press and pull back if I need to. Go back. Press your hand or your ball to your bone folder. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then let's go in with the copper. If you have excess colour from your other collections of transfer foils, you could be using that. So let's go over the top there. And what's great is that then becomes like a resist. So if you want to do watercolouring in it, you can do. So let's just rub that on. Peel away. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. If there's any bits that you're missing, let's just go in and press. There we go. A bit more there. And then turn that one around. And let's do that one. Press that down. Use that glitter again. I'm going to try and come round about there. I wonder if we've got anything that'll cover that. Oh, look, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Love it. How fab is that? And you could have been more random if you want to. You don't have to do it in those little sections. Then let's actually, talking of being water based, let's take our ink pad. Bear with it, I'm going to wait to see if I can get a towel. I am not complaining about the sun whatsoever, but when it's in direct light, I think we'll just about be okay. I can then tuck that in there. Right. See my other screen there, I think we're alright, I think we're okay now. I think that'll work for now. So let's see, look at that, beautiful. So let's go around the edges with Pink Tulip. Water reactive. And I'm just touching the edges, going in. Don't worry, you'll not lift the foil, that's well and truly placed down. And as I say, I'm just touching that edge. I'm not going all the way in. You can do if you want, and then buff off the ink off the foiled image. Round the edge. Round and round, there we go. There. Happy with that. In actual fact, I think I just need to come in a little bit more. There we are. Happy with that one. So that was Water Reactive Pink Tulip. Let me just clean that off so I don't get any pink anywhere else. And then let's go in, now that we've done our background, let's take pattern paper and our linen card. So let's try and stick with the pinky tones. Have I still got pink lit? Yeah, I have. I wondered for a minute because I've used a lot of pink lately. And then I am going to do the pattern paper on the back. Actually, that'll be fine. So the pattern paper is actually going to be the background, and this is going to be the front. Here's my card blank. What did I say? 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. So if I do 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. It's a tiny bit of white. Usually I like a little, actually yeah, let's do a little bit more. A little bit less white for my liking. Perfect. And then this one we're going to do 3.5 by 7.5. Yep. And then I've inked that and then I'm away. Oh, am I? Yes, I've inked that and I'm going to have to cut it because that's going to go to 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. Actually, I like it this way because what it does, if you ink, the way I had it before, so if I ink, you're left with a deep pink right on the edge where your blending tool has come into contact with the edge of the card. So that actually gives you a faux matte layer. But if you then come along and trim, you get rid of that faux matte layer and all that you're just left with is that pure blend. So actually it's working in my favour. Yep, happy with that. I'm actually inclined, you know what I'm like, so I do slither, slither, and then you guessed it. What did I cut that to? 3 3/4. 7 1/4. Yep, like that. Like. So those bits. Those bits. Then let's take a piece of white card and then my stamping platform. just going to grab my small one. And then if we come in with that sentiment set, let's go in. So if I go in with, let's go, let your dreams carry you to the sky. Let's use that one. It's a lovely sentiment. Plus what we're going to be doing is we're going to then use the bumblebee. So I'm going to stamp that onto my card, and then we shall trim the white cardstock afterwards. So let me go as close to that bottom as I can. Let's press that one down. Press that and take a drink. Let your dreams carry you to the sky. I'm going to pop that back. Until you spread your wings, you never know how far you can fly. It's a nice one as well. But because it's a slim DL card, I don't want too much of a chunky sentiment. I think this is just nice. So let's chop that one down. Yep, perfect. And chop that one. Chop that one. Yeah, there we go. That's then going to go into there. So I think what I'm going to do, that little matte layer in black, because I'm going to put a bumblebee down here, and the main bumblebee will be black as well. So let's take my glue. And that one can go into there. I think actually what I'm going to do is, in this video, I won't do a gift bag. Let's do an envelope for it, and then I'll do a gift bag in another video. I think it's more appropriate to do an envelope with it in this video, and then you'll have a card and envelope, and then a gift bag in another one, like that. Someone's going with their horn today. Right, the bumblebee. Love this one. Let's go in. This is where you got the big creator card. Got the bumblebee body, the wings, and we've got little, kind of like little chevrons. Let's go in with a piece of the yellow card. Just the yellow linen card from the set. Got, will that fit bumblebee? Yep. Yep, and then the wings, what I'm actually going to do is use the opposite side. So it's a little bit like a coloured vellum, this opposite side. It would work well for that kind of look, that kind of haze look. If I go in to use my mini for these ones, but it would look nice for the wings if you used vellum. I've not got any to hand. So something actually I do. I think there's a couple of past Sarah signatures that's got vellum, and like plain vellum. A couple of Christmas ones as well, isn't there? yeah, take the vellums, maybe put out the fuchsia collection, something like that. So now we've got our bumblebee, and then we've got the wings. Pop these out later, and then we've got these little bumpy rays to go in the back of the body. So let's start a little bit there. Now I'm not sure if there is like a specific way that they're to go on. So I've played with the bee already a few times, and I've just done whatever I've thought. So if I come into there, and then come into here, and then see, I've seen some samples like that. Actually, yeah, I think that's probably right enough. Let's do it that way. I've been doing it the other way. I don't know, there's something more kind of natural on the eye that way. Creates the roundness of the body. There we go. A little bumblebee, and then our wings. A couple of little bits on the end there. Use your tape if you want to. Let that grab. I've just taken that glue off the other side, haven't I? You wally, Craig. Let's get that one in. And then there we go. We've got our really cool, cute, can a bumblebee be cute? Bumblebee. Well, in this instance it is cute. So let's start to bring all of this together. So I'm going to pop this onto the black, and then the black I'm going to get my roll of 1mm thickness foam on a roll, which is previously tagged in the description from Stix2, but I'll tag it again. Always remember, if I say I will tag something and I don't, either two reasons: one, doesn't exist anymore when I thought it did, or I've just genuinely forgot. So feel free, just reach out and say, Craig, you said you were going to link it, and then I can let you know, or I can either go in and link it, or I can just let you know and say, oh, it's not anymore. So I've got my foam on my roll. Here's my little scissors if I put them away. So, towel, fallen again. It really is such a gorgeous day. At time of doing this, in a couple of hours I've got an appointment at the bank, and when I finish that, if it's still nice, I might get out and tidy my decking. I've tidied the front garden, just need to do the deck. Well, done the front garden, tidied it, jet washed it, cleaned it, picked up all the rubbish that was about, mostly like your leaves and that, dead leaves and that, but you get some obviously litter that gets blown in. My side path I've tidied, jet washed, and then the main path in my back garden I've done that too. I just need to do the actual decking. But needless to say, the last few days when I've planned on doing it, it's either been raining or it's been raining throughout the night, and it's still been a little bit chilly that it stayed damp all throughout the day. So let's pop that into there. Let's stick this one on, and of course do my insert. Let's go in here. Remember as well, with your inserts, I know obviously I like to do my mats and layers. You can do your mats and layers with your pattern paper. So whereas I would use like a linen card, use your pattern paper instead. So if I take this in, what did I say it was? So it's at 4, say about 4 by 8. So if I do, let's say 7 3/4. Let me come down a little bit. It will go on the inside, I'm just using the back as a guide. Yep. So if I do 3.5 by 7.5, let's just do a little bit more. So usually that would be, for me, perfect for linen, but because it's pattern paper and we want to see just a little bit more, there we go. Oh gosh, goes right through you. So there we go. So that's a nice alternative to maybe your linen card. And of course I've used that same pattern paper that's on the front. So although you don't see much on the front and you're not seeing loads on the middle, what we are doing is we are complementing each other by having the flow. So it doesn't always have to be linen or Centura Pearl. It could be your pattern paper as well. So let's add that into there. And that can go into the middle, and then we can finish our card. Take all the way around. I always put that little bit within the middle as well. Let's take these off. So hopefully, if you've never really had the confidence with rub-ons, you've never been unsure, or you fight with them, hopefully this will help. There we go. Really nice alternative to a block colour card for your insert. Right, so let's bring our main layer in. Now be careful, if you are doing this on a traditional opening card, watch for the weight, because the weight can then pull it over, but because I'm doing a top fold, 10th fold card, I don't have to worry about the weight, because that position in that point helps to balance it and it stops it from falling over. So let's go into there, naturally. Yeah, let's do, going to come over the edge slightly. And then we could do that. But I like that just coming off the bottom there, so you're still seeing all of this. I've curved the body slightly. I can still use my foam pads. If you want to use your glue gel instead, by all means. But going in into there. Nicely done. And then there we go. Cute is that. Really, really nice DL card with the bumblebee. You could do your glitters on there if you want to. But insert. Right, let's go in with my Envelo box creator, and then let's also go in with my manual. So these are just all the kind of charts. I'm presuming these are still on our new website. They were all on our old website. So let's have a look. So flat envelope, we've got the bumblebee and that matte and layer with the foam pad. So let's do half an inch. So what did I say it was? 8 by 4. So I need piece of cardstock, 9 3/4, position D and L, and position 1 and 2. I'm going to write that down. You'd think it's easy to remember, but it's me. So 8 inch by 4 inch, 9 3/4, 9 3/4, D and L, position 1 and 2. Let's go back in with my patterned paper, and of course we could use that same one. I'm not going to because I've only got one left. So that would be a nice one. So with that, I like that one actually, that'd be a good one. And then you've got that choice. Do you want the envelope to be full on imagery, or do you want the subtleness? So 9 3/4. Nine and 3/4 by 9 and 3/4. So then I need position 1 and 2 and D and L. I'm going to go in at position 1. So let's do D to start with. So D, lift that up into position 2, D again. I'm going to flip to that side and do D again. So position 1 into position 2, and then we're going to flip to these other two. So this time it's position L. So I'm in position 1. So let's go L up to position 2 and L, and then over to that side and we repeat. So L into position 2 and L, and then that's our scoring. So let's fold these ones in. So I'm going to go that way to start with, he says, making sure it's semi-straight. You can line up with a ruler and fold it against the ruler if you want to. So I'm going to fold it back on itself. So I've got that full floral and Flora and Fauna image on the front. And the great thing with using the double-sided is you don't need to worry about an insert lining or anything like that because it's double-sided. Right, so let's pull back, fold back, fold in, and then fold in. So do I want the envelope that way or that way? Doesn't really matter. Is there any bugs in there showing us which oh, there's a butterfly. So that butterfly's going up that way. So therefore this will be the top of my envelope. This will be the bottom. So at the top, what we're doing is we're just going to cut out that whole rectangle, half square, and then here what we're going to do, this is always harder to see on pattern paper, I'm going to cut all the way down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to then cut that bit out and cut that little notch out. And then what I've started to do just here, just chop that a little angle. So we've got that little tab. Do the same here, chop down, cut that little triangle, cut that little triangle, and then again just here, get rid of that little notch. So then that will all fold in together to create our envelope, which hopefully, perfect, yeah, well actually, yeah, that card back's a little bit smaller than 4x8, so it could have gone a little bit smaller, but hey, rather it was a little bit bigger than too small. So let's use my red liner tape. I'm just going to make it easier for myself and just chop a bit off. So if I pop that onto there and chop that off here, means that I don't have to wait on my tacky glue drying. So then that little notch we're going to then fold in as if we are, of course, doing a little box, which essentially we are, but envelope style. Fold that one in, miter that at 90 degrees to there, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to use my red liner tape again. I'm going to come right along that edge. Let me do that. Sometimes I find it easier just cutting it off to start with, or you could have stuck it on before you've done your little notches. So there's that one, and then let's go in with that one. A little bit more. Where's that bit gone? It's jumped somewhere. Oh, there we go, it's in there. And then you can do maybe like a wax seal to close it, or a little Velcro dot, or a little glue dot. If I take that one off, take that one off, and then let's take that one off. And then let's bring that together. I usually use my glass mat as a little guide to kind of keep this roughly at 90 degrees. So once I've got that one, I'll do the same. Bring that one in to there. Let's then press that in. I'm just going to then press that down and press that down. Some will leave their envelope like that, some tuck it in. Usually I leave it, but I'm going to, on this occasion, tuck it in. Let's tuck that in, and then this time what we'll just do is let's just use my glue, because that'll be easier than fighting with my red liner tape at a difficult angle. So I'm just going to turn that in on itself. Let's press that down. And then for those that are wondering, well, where would you write your name and then your address? Go into the front. And then I usually take a bit of white cardstock. I usually cut it to about 2 inch by 3 inch. You can mat and layer it if you want to. Let's do that, yeah. Let's do a little mat and layer. Got a little bit of excess pink left. I did, didn't I? Yes. That'll do. I'm not going to do quite a 1/4 of an inch, let's just go a little bit over the 2 by 3. I'm going to then stick that one in there, there, and then there. Pop that one on. Finish off by popping that onto our envelope, and then that will be not only our envelope done, but our card done as well. I come in there, pop that one on, there we go, so we can then our card in, close it over. Let's see if I have got so you can either use, as I said before, you could either use your wax melts, or if you've got sticky dots or you've got hook and loops, you can also use them. I would just use a glue dot. I've had these ones age. I don't use glue dots a lot, but I've used, you can tell it's the old Stix2 packaging, that as long as you keep them out of direct sunlight, you're going to be absolutely fine. Now I'm not going to stick that down just yet, I'm going to leave it as it is. What I am going to do though is I've got an overhang of plastic, let's just cut that off. So then there we go, and then you can then of course seal that down, wax melt, sticky dot, hook and loop, up to you. But then there is your 4 by 8 envelope to go with your card as well, all from the Flora and Fauna. There you go, creating our own background with the transfer foils. So I hope you enjoyed that one. So definitely what I will do, I will get myself tidied up, and then I will do a gift bag when it comes to the Flora and Fauna using the 12 by 12. Maybe use the ladybug as well as the bumblebee, because I do just love that bumblebee. So that'll be on a separate video. I might post them together, or I might spread them out over a day or two, but anyway, I shall let you know which one's up. So thank you once again for watching this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. For anyone that's relatively new, I do see your comments. I know I don't always reply to them, but I do see them, because every single comment that I get left from you guys, I get an email letting me know exactly what it says. So I appreciate that, and I do read them, and I do try and reply as soon as I can. Not always possible when it comes to YouTube, I know that, and I'm trying to get better, but hopefully you enjoyed it, which is the most important bit. So until the next time, we'll see you again. Doodles.